I've seen videos of them, like, at their own concerts. I feel like you have as well, because I may have sent you some. So it was really weird to see the videos of them headlining their own concerts to being at a concert where they were the opening act for the opening act. And, which meant they only had a half-hour set. Almost nobody knew who they were. And the arena was practically empty. And I'm like, this is... Like, I don't think that's ever happened to me before. Like, maybe the last time it happened to me where, like, one of the bands I was most excited to see was an opening act was, like, The Trues. But, like, it's The Trues. They don't really do stadium tours. Right? So I don't know how I would feel about going to another concert, because, like, that was the reason I went to the concert. I saw One OK Rock's tour tickets on sale now. I clicked through, and it wasn't until I got to the Ticketmaster website that I saw that it was a Muse concert and that also Evanescence was going to be there. So, like, those were just bonuses. So I don't know if I would go to a concert again because of the opening act. Because, I mean, they were awesome, but also it was disappointing, if that makes sense. Evanescence was good, and they played for longer, obviously, because they were, like, the middle band. And at first, Amy Lee was, like, playing on her keyboard, and I'm like, okay, well, obviously they're not going to have the grand piano. This isn't their concert. Like, a grand piano is kind of a big thing to, like, deal with when you're just the opening act. But no, they actually did bring the piano out a couple of times, so that was nice. And then Muse, obviously, put on, like, a wicked cool show, which I ended up not being able to stay until the end for because I had to take the train back to the airport. I will never do a fly-in, fly-out for a concert again. Because I was like, well, we'll do this because the whole trip, not including, like, the crap that I spent, like, spending money, but the whole trip, actual trip, cost me, like, less than $300 for, like, the flight, the concert, extra transportation, a meal. And so I didn't get a hotel room because, first of all, that meant, well, actually, I probably could have come back at the same time even if I had got a hotel room. But it would have saved me, like, it saved me $200 not getting a hotel room, right? But the last train to the airport left at, like, 11. And the concert, and so, like, I had to leave the concert at, like, 10:30 at the latest. They are so expensive. So I had to leave the concert at, like, 10:30 at the absolute latest. Muse didn't even come on until almost 9:15. So I probably only got to see, like, half of the set. But what I saw was cool. I posted some videos and pictures and stuff on Twitter. I actually, like, live tweeted my whole trip, pretty much. So if you go to my Twitter and scroll down a bit past all the BTS shit, there's, like, a thread. I, like, kept posting it in the same thread. So if that's something that interests you. Okay, let me start this thread off, and then, actual thread, not Twitter thread. And then I'll put you in the book. How was your week? So anyway, the trip was good. If I go to another, like, concert very briefly, I will do things differently. It was also my first time flying with, like, cheap-ass airline, and I didn't really know what to expect there. But it was actually not too bad. we figure out something? Yes. How about blue? All right, thanks. You read my mind. I was like, did Kirk tell me what color? I'm kind of surprised that you never choose black, to be honest. Blue. All right, what is today? The 12th of March. I hope that you sorted your clocks out and that you don't think it's a time that it is not actually. My problem is I have so few clocks in my house that don't automatically change that I'm like never actually sure if I need to change my clocks or not. I think I have one clock in my entire apartment that I can go to see like, did my other clocks change? Because it used to be back in the day that when your computer changed for the time change, you get a little pop-up that says like, hey, FYI, the time went funny and we changed it for you. And you'd be like, cool story, bro. Thanks for letting me know. But now I don't know. It just does it. So I wake up and I'm like, is it really this time or is it actually a different time? And then I have to go search out the one clock that A, does not change automatically, and B, I also actually changed last time. Because like I have this watch that is my timer and it doesn't change, but also I don't change it. So I'm not going to change it now so that next time the time change comes, I won't know what's happened because I'll forget that I didn't change the clock because I don't use this as a watch anymore. It's all magical, exactly. I can live in a vicariously... Oh, yes, of course. I'm not, like, complaining. Kirk Shannon. Anyway, that's one trip out of the way, and now hopefully I can start concentrating on other shit. I was going to get a bunch of stuff done yesterday, but between basically having zero sleep for the 2 previous nights and also being dehydrated and also being very tired from all the activity, I basically slept all of yesterday and accomplished nothing. Subbed for some amount of months. 34 months! Holy crap. I mean, holy crow. That's the appropriate thing to say in a Kirk Shannon context. Okay. You went away or something recently, I think? Question mark? High pitched voice. If you did, I hope you had a great time. LAN party trip or something? Now I'm just making shit up. Can we get this whole stitch done? I don't know. You know what? I don't think so. Let's back it up. A couple of weeks ago, the biannual LAN party out in the woods. Right. I feel like I haven't seen you since then. I'm sure I have. I just don't remember because I have a shitty memory. All right. How about we do this? I'll just count out. Oh, yeah. We need to wrap that guy in bubble wrap or something. Good gracious. Pretty sure I just unthreaded my needle. Oh. Saved. Bubble boy. All right. Such a mess back here. Anyway, there's your Stitch Kirk. Thank you for tossing a sub to your Twitcher. It's much appreciated. I was, so Muse, they had fire, not fireworks, it's like explosions. They just had like jets of fire. And I was in the 300 section and I could feel the heat of the fire. And I'm like, damn. I'm glad I wasn't like on the floor. But then I remembered that when I was at Kiss concert at the Commons one time, I was like front row in the pit. Well, at the Commons, it's all a pit. But, and I remember when they had the fire, and I was like, okay, I'm warm now, thank you. But I was surprised that I could feel the heat all the way up in the 300 section. Anyway, that was my first concert in a long time. I think the last concert I went to was Our Lady Peace in Halifax in like 2018 or 2019. I can't remember, to be honest. And it's my third try going to Toronto for a concert, because one time I bought tickets to see Queen and Adam Lambert, which would have been my second time seeing them. And then I bought the tickets and then chickened out when it came to like paying for the $500 flights, because at that time there weren't these like cheap ass airlines. And so I let the ticket go. And then I had bought a ticket to see Evanescence in Toronto. And then same thing. I cheaped out on buying the airline ticket. And I was like, you know what? I'll lose the money on the ticket, but at least I... at least I won't have the expense of of the flight, you know? But then this time I bought the flight, like I bought the ticket, and then the next step was I went and bought the flight. But also now the flights are only like $100, so it's a lot better. But yeah, next time I will definitely add a hotel to the whole thing. And like I could have stayed until the end, but I really didn't want to get like an Uber or something. A, because I don't really like taking cabs. And B, because it was definitely not going to be as cheap as $12. Yeah, that too. It was quite nice to be like the only one wandering the halls, trying to get out. Although, if I'd had a hotel, or I was taking an Uber, to be honest, it wouldn't have mattered what time I left. So even though I'd be scrambling with everybody else to get out of the venue, Like, I wouldn't necessarily have to scramble with everybody else to, like, leave. Could, like, hang out at a pub or something until the crowds died down, and then got something afterwards. Or if I, you know, had a hotel, then I'd just walk to the hotel. Oh well. Next time. There should be 7 stitches. This doesn't look like 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it is. Okay. That's cool. Glad nothing got screwed up. Oh, Disturbed. Live and Learn, yes. Disturbed is going to Toronto the first week of, I think the 1st of May. I can't go because I'm busy that week. But I thought about it for half a second. Man, that would be a good show. They had like advertisements for who was coming next, you know? I mean, Broadway's also good. I mean, I haven't been to Broadway specifically, but I've been to those types of shows, musicals and stuff. Oh, speaking of which, I also have to deal with that. Fuck, dog. So much to do. Sorry. Jesus Christ Superstar is... There's a theater group is putting on Jesus Christ Superstar in June. And I keep forgetting that I need to look into trying to get to that. It's one of my favorite musicals. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've honestly been to so many concerts that I can't remember them all now. I used to have a list somewhere. I don't know where that list is right now. And I'd have to add to it. Yes. I mean, it's been a long time, but yes. All right, we're done with this color. I have to decide what to do next. Ticketmaster, though. Good grief. There's not a lot of things that I hope the states do, but I hope they do something about that. That's for damn sure. They seem to be talking about it anyway. Well, I mean, I didn't mean that the way it sounded. There's a lot that I wish the states would do, but not a lot that I'm like, please do this. It affects me too, you know? Miss Saigon? Ooh, that would be good. I haven't seen Miss Saigon. I don't think. What have I seen from musical theater? That's bordering on so many. I can't remember either. The first one I ever saw was Phantom of the Opera. Cats. I'm trying to think about them in order. Joseph the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I've seen that twice. Jesus Christ Superstar. I'll be hopefully seeing that twice. The Who's Tommy, which was amazing. Les Miserables. Trying to think of some of the bigger productions I've seen before going to the smaller ones. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a couple. But then there is also Fiddler on the Roof and Mary Poppins. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm missing a couple. I can't think of what. What color are we doing next? I don't know. Let's do that color next. Maybe. Let's see. 741. That is in another box. And then I've seen a bunch of symphonies. I've seen two operas, one opera. Definitely seen Don Giovanni. Can't remember if I've seen another opera. And then I've seen a bunch of ballets and symphonies and shit. 741. That's what we're looking for. Orange. Hello. How are you? That's a cute emote. In high school, I was in a theater group. Oh, cool. I'm doing pretty good. What? I'm confused. I'm confused too. Rigged! I don't tend to stay sub... Oh! Oh. Got you. The emote was from someone... I didn't think that we were talking about the emotes. Darth made a joke about you being a bot, which you are, and then you were like, yeah, I'm not going to have it for much longer. And I'm like, wait, what? I mean, that's fair. I'm sure it's a lot of work, but what? Yes. I got it. We're all on the same page now. Darth and I definitely thought you were talking about something else. No, that's totally understandable. Like, it's very rare that I would stay sub to someone who doesn't stream anymore either. I'm gonna stop being a bot anytime soon. And like, it would be totally fair if you did choose to stop, but I was just like, whoa, that's big. Anyway, heart attack over. Yeah, there was one person that I subbed to, even though at the time they hadn't streamed in I don't know how long. But it was the only cross-stitching emote that I had seen. And then I ended up making my own cross-stitching emote, so I didn't need that anymore. Oh. This is what we're working on. Maybe. There we go. That's what we're working on. I guess we're working on his nose now. I don't have a picture here for it because this is the first time I've worked on this piece in like a year, so I only tend to keep the pictures that go here for like the ones that I work on a lot. Oops, too far. I got carried away. We need to take out that last stitch. Can we just unstitch it? That'd be handy. Sweet. I'm gonna take my break in about 10 minutes. Something doesn't seem right. Okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Yes. I thought there was a mistake, but there was not.
What happened? It's like weapons malfunction, but everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
All right, how many rows is this? 2, 4, 6 rows. 2, 4, 6 rows. And then 1, 2, 3. All right, we can move back to this page now. Stephen and I apply that. I have a few. I have a few sound commands. Most of my sound commands are for like auto things when people come into chat. So like when Brittany comes into chat, when Coma comes into chat, Kamaki Chaos, and when my best friend comes into chat, they all have sound alerts, mostly to tell me that they've come into chat. But sometimes when I'm marking off my pattern like this, I will say, oh, Marky Mark. And then that made me think of Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. And so eventually I came up with this for when I actually say Marky Mark. Then when I think about it, I'll play this command. Because that made me laugh. And then I've got this one. For, you know, those important PSAs. And then I used to play this one every morning, but I kind of forgot.
Good morning, Twitch.
And then the other one we have is, we like to enable people here. We're very bad influences on people, especially other cross-stitchers, for buying stuff. Sometimes we've influenced people to buy Lego, but mostly it's cross-stitch stuff. And then I have this command. Which some of my viewers aren't much of a fan of that one, but I love it. Ergo, it stays. There might be other sound alerts, but I can't think of them right now. Those are the ones I have buttons for. Make your body let's get more thread. Here, and then this one, and then this one is 1, 2, 3. All right, it's just marking off a thing. All right. I guess what I'm going to do is just get this thread started and then go ahead and take my break. No point putting in 2 stitches and then taking my break. That would just be silly. Of course, by the time I get this thread started, it might actually be the official break time anyway. Who knows? Who knows? Alrighty. So let's go ahead and find my mouse. There you are. Put that over there. Click this button here. Click this button here. And I'll be back in 15 minutes or so. Goodbye. Hello. I've returned. It was an exciting 15 minutes. Technically, I took 17 minutes. Oopsies. Did I get out of my chair during my break? No, sir, I did not. Did I get a hoodie in that time? Sure did not. I was just about to reach behind me and grab one off of my chair until I realized this is a different chair. Not the chair where my hoodies live. Oh well, that's life. I was too busy playing on Twitter. I think I sent 4 tweets during my break. Don't follow me on Twitter unless you are interested in my BTS spam. Or sometimes I will do the occasional live tweeting of an adventure day, as I did the last couple of days. So sometimes you'll get fun content that's not related to Korean groups, but mostly it's just me spamming about BTS lately. Did I pause my timer while I was on my break? I did. Look at me. All right, so now go. All right, I see what we're doing here. So the reason that I take my breaks at 12 o'clock is because 75% of the time we get updates at noon at midnight. And so I like to be around during those times in case we get an update. And this time we knew we were going to get an update. Sometimes they're just surprises and we're like, are we going to get an update? But this time, like, it was in my planner and everything. Don't forget that this thing is going to be announced at this time. Got it. Thank you. I like when people have promotion schedules. I can add them to my planners.